Hi everyone, my name is HydroxideAnt. Welcome to Background Noise episode 505. We are joined by Nathan.
Howdy.
And Reese.
Hello.
Hello. Prez, thank you for the first and the lurk, you lovely, lovely person.
Where's...
Waiting.
Okay.
Waiting on a third from Reese.
Got him. Nice.
Nice. So easy. Like, how is it so easy for you just to do that?
Yeah,
I just different?
I used my mouse. I don't know.
So, I don't remember if you replied to me when I said this. I would look. Oh. So, what does being a Jenga expert mean, Reese?
Oh, you didn't ask that.
No, I just said I didn't know you were one.
Yeah,
But,
and of course I just had to say yeah.
yeah.
I really didn't want to elaborate.
But how does one become a Jenga expert? I really want to know.
From what I can tell, you just put it in your bio.
Okay, so interesting.
Yeah.
Taking notes. So what you're saying is if I just put something in my bio, it inherently becomes the truth?
From what I can tell, yeah. No one said I am not a Jenga expert. No one's refuted that.
I guess they would have to play you, like, in Jenga enough times.
And I refuse. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, you'd have to play a lot of times before, I feel like, yeah, before you would know.
Well,
that,
at least once.
Like, you
and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it once. So this game hurts my mind.
What game is it?
It's called Entropy Center. It's like Portal, except if you, instead of a portal, you have a machine that can like rewind time of objects. Mm-hmm.
So it has Divine Spirit. Is that what that was called?
The what?
In Fire Emblem? Or you can turn back the turn. Divine Pulse?
No. Divine Pulse was that was one of them. Milla's turntable or turn wheel, one of those. I think it was turn wheel. And then the time crystal or something.
The Time Bandit.
Yeah. It's been in like 3 games so far. There's no sign of them stopping.
No way to stop him, huh?
That's okay. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I make a lot of mistakes.
Mistakes happen, you know?
Yeah. So Tony, I need to get to the very end as red. However, at first it needs to be blue. So if I start it here, well, I have to end it there. I have to...
So you have to continue the story, but you want to finish the story by continuing the story.
Uh-huh.
Word.
I won't follow.
Easy for you.
What the hell happened there?
You ever, this is inherently, I guess, a me problem. You ever come up with a question of the week and you're like, wonder why I was thinking that at the time? To me, that's a perfect segue into our question of the week, which, what scent brings you joy?
It is the smell of this Disney's Haunted Mansion wax.
Yes. Did you see the new one?
The new one, yes.
Yeah. How did you like it?
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was inoffensive, unremarkable.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate.
Had Danny DeVito, it was fine
And
enough.
it had Danny DeVito and Owen Wilson, which I thought was funny for a little bit.
Wasn't there? Oh shoot! There's like a lady rapper or something in the cast too.
A lady
I forget her name.
Rapper, maybe. The mom was in like the Marvel Netflix shows. She played the nurse that like showed up in all of them. For anyone who watched those.
Is she not a rapper? It's Tiffany Haddish. She is not a rapper. She's a stand-up comedian and actress.
Which one? Okay, I gotta look up. Tiffany Haddish. Who is Tiffany Haddish? Oh, she was the psychic.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure I was familiar. I, like, you saying the name. Was like, oh, that's a name I recognize, but I wasn't able to place, like, who that was.
Same here.
I thought that, like, it was okay. You know? Like, there were a few times where I laughed. I enjoyed, that, Rosario Dawson's character, was the first, like, reasonable person in, air quotes, horror setting ever. Because, like, so this isn't, like... So if we get into light spoiler territory on here, apologies, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, they see something happen, and then they just leave the house. Which... Yeah, that's the most reasonable thing I think anyone has ever done in any situation like that.
Yep.
I have my child here with me. We're leaving. Get in the car. Because most other people be like, oh no, there's something here. Let's run up 5 flights of stairs and then barricade us in this room. You know. So. Blue! Blue with the raid! Hello, Blue. We love Blue. Hello, Blue. Hello. Who else I see? I see Ainz. I see Arepa. I see Morden. Welcome on in, friendos. My name is HydroxideAnt. Welcome to Background Noise. This is a podcast I do weekly. Our current question of the week is, what is your favorite scent? And somehow we got to... How did we get to the Haunted Mansion?
I am currently burning Haunted Mansion scented wax.
That was it. Yes. And we started talking about the Haunted Mansion. But for anyone who doesn't know who I am, I'm Tony. Currently, this is our podcast, like I had mentioned. Other things we do on stream is we're currently doing a Pokemon Infinite Fusion Nuzlocke race with Prez at the Castle. We do a Digimon Survive playthrough. And when we don't do that, we have been playing games like Valorant, Baldur's Gate, sort of recently as well. And probably other things. I'm what we call forgetful. But Blue, how was your stream, friendo? I hope you had a lovely rest of your time with your cult. Blue was playing Cult of the Lamb. I got to join the cult. I gotta say, Reese, you were right. Cults are pretty great.
I would never say that.
I think you have one.
No. clearly says it's not one.
Yeah, but that's what cults would say. Ocean breeze. How we reap.
This is not a cult.
Yeah, so it says, like, if you see that sign, would everyone think that's not a cult or think that's for a cult? Because I think that means let's have some cults fun.
I think it's pretty clear that it's crossing it out and saying, no.
Yeah, the crossing out sign means double.
No, it does not mean more double cult.
It's a times 2.
No. This is why I had to make this, because people kept thinking there's a cult, and there's definitely not.
My cult was wild and pooping everywhere, you know? Maybe you got house trained the cult. I didn't know I was going to say that today. But... Ocean breeze, take me by the wing, take me to the clouds that you understand. Yeah, you get it, lines. Why would they lie? Sounds trustworthy. Yeah, I guess Reese would never lie.
Mm-hmm.
Or gaslight.
You can trust me.
Reese would never gaslight us.
Just a smidge.
It's impossible, some say. Some. But, Blue, thank you again for the raid. If anyone here is not following our friend Blue, Blue is absolutely lovely. And Blue and I share the Tony connection. Blue is also Tony. In case you didn't know.
Whoa.
I'm Tony.
I'm Tony.
So we're Tony. But if anyone in chat wants to join in on answering the question of the week, our question of the week for this podcast is, what's a scent that brings you joy? Honestly, for me, I didn't get into my answer because Nathan, you said that you were burning. Is it a candle? I guess
it's wax.
It's just wax,
and it goes into a wax burner.
Okay. And it's Haunted Mansion scented?
Yeah.
What is
like Haunted Mansion in here?
Okay. I was going to say, like, is there any, like, characteristics of the scent that,
What does it smell
like? Like spiced pumpkin.
Oh. Okay, it's pumpkin spice.
No. It's spiced pumpkin. Very different.
Okay. My bad. I thought they were one and the same. Yeah.
And the other Tony. Yes.
Whoa.
Exactly. Smells like abandonment. Lemons. Okay. So, Blue, do you like lemons scented things? Because that's good. That's good. Lemon scent is nice. I really enjoy, like, calm scents, and I don't know, like, a flowery scent is very calming. Like a lavender is calming. It's like something you smell and your brain goes, I'm calm now.
Disney's Haunted Mansion scented wax.
That's what would be very calming. For me, anything Ocean Breeze like scent. That's why you said Ocean Breeze before. I was kind of dumb. I was like, what does Ocean Breeze have to do? Yeah, no, that makes sense, Reapa. I appreciate you saying it again. Specifically lemon scented cleaning products. Ooh. A good lemon. Because, like, that would be nice, because it's just, like, it's all good, Tony. Thank you. Because anything that makes, like, cleaning or any of those activities more fun is nice. Because if you're, like, I don't know, cleaning something and it's like, ooh, lemon. Pretty good. But if you were cleaning something and it smelled like, ooh, the corpses of my enemies, it wouldn't probably be
pretty
as fun.
good.
Like, the corpse is your enemy, like, I just feel like the smell wouldn't be great. You know? I'm just not picturing a wonderful smell coming from that. If Snow was here, we'd be able to get a first-hand account. Snow does operate the Pi LTM. I wonder. Not gonna lie, I was singing the song after Ryan said it. Yeah, that's fair. Ocean man, take me by the hand. So his favorite scent is probably arson. Oh, yeah. Arson or like whatever smell stabbing leaves. They're like a inherent smell from stabbing. Anyone familiar?
No. No.
No.
That's the right answer.
No to both answers.
Okay, I was gonna say no. There isn't an inherent smell from stabbing, or no, you're not familiar.
Just both.
Okay. Reap said blood. Blood would make sense. Interesting.
I think I figured the puzzle out.
So what was the puzzle?
I had to rewind a conveyor belt with a box on it that turned it into a different box that made it shoot a laser into a button thing, but I had to rearrange it, so I had to make it so that I would be able to pick it up on the other side. But I had to figure out where to start it, because I only had 38.1 seconds to actually do it, and so I could only rewind that much time. And I kept running out of time, but I think I figured it out. I just had to decide where to start it, and I think I've gotten it now. Yeah.
Congrats. Well done.
Yeah.
Not
Let's see
that I
how long
would
it took
know
me.
for scientific purposes, of course. Yeah, it's for science. We get it, you know?
Yeah, of course not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's no way that you would know that for nefarious purposes. Like, why would you? You know?
It only took 29.1 minutes. Easy.
For you to figure that out?
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's not bad.
Oh, why is this room bigger? Oh no.
Ah, do it again, but in a bigger room. That,
Stop playing.
yeah, that's the next level, huh? The game just says, good luck. Good luck, nerd.
Yeah.
Totally not. That wouldn't be me. No, definitely not.
No, of course not.
You know, I just realized I was playing audio from Snapchat, and that's not important. Ow! Reap, thank you for the 100 bits. That hurt my face a little bit. I'm still like bouncing around. And Reese, thank you for the sub for 32 months. Holy heckity doo da day.
Ignore the part where it says a 1 month streak.
I have no idea what you could possibly be referring to. I don't see anything.
Probably
Reese, I don't.
click the. You're right. I didn't click the thing that says that.
Yeah, I was just saying.
up.
Actually, I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all,
Your moment says in a row, and I disagree. But who's to say?
you know. Yeah, at the bottom it says for 32 runs in a row, so I don't. Hey, look, bits for the Tony. Thank you, Reap, again. Thank you, Reese, for the sub. I appreciate you both.
Appreciate you more, Tony.
Aw. Wow. Do you ever think if cats had opposable thumbs, they would just be too strong?
My cat's already too strong.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is this time for our weekly, or specifically when I remember to pet checkup? How's everyone's pets doing?
They're good.
Honey just came in from the outside, and she is now back standing in front of the door waiting for somebody to open
it. All right, I came in from outside. Can I go back outside? They are alive. Nice. Word. So how are the how's the legion of puppos, Nathan?
They're borking, man.
Oh, they're borking, dog. They're borksters.
They are.
Which puppo do you think is your biggest borker?
Ivan. By far.
Yeah.
No contest.
Do you ever wonder if, like, their names by accident, like, have caused a certain degree of chaos? Like Ivan the Terrible?
Maybe. My dad
Dante's
certainly
Inferno.
has called him that in the past. Oh, yeah, but Dante used to, like, hang out by the vents all the time. So it was more like Dante's Blizzard.
Dante's... He's like, I don't like this Dante's Inferno bit you guys are doing. Yeah, I'm gonna be very cold instead. I require cold. I'm too warm here. Oh. Dogs are fine in my house. I had a fish pet scare for a few days. Seymour was, like, hanging out at the bottom of the fish tank for, like, a day straight. So we decided to, like, change out all the water, give him, like, thoroughly, like, scrub and clean every, like, inch of the tank, like, clean out all of his, like, thoroughly clean the filter out. He has, like, a little... I almost will call it like a wand that, like, it's a bubbler and, like, it produces bubbles that, like, go up into the tank and give him more oxygen. And he also has a heater. And, like, he just was, like, staying at the bottom of the tank. His back fin was, like, folded over. And I was worried that I was going to lose the fish. And then we did all that. He went back in the tank and has been doing really good since, luckily. He's been swimming around, all happy. His back fin is now up again. So we think that, like, somehow... Well, learned two things. I think somehow he wasn't getting enough oxygen. His little bubbler thing, once we, like, thoroughly cleaned it out, is producing way more oxygen than it was at the time.
That's good.
And that I was totally leaving his light on too often. And so I don't want to throw anyone under a bus, but I'm going to just a little bit. Someone was keeping an eye on him while I was away for 3 days, and I think they left his light on all 3 days. Which I was leaving his light on an average probably, like, 10 to 12 hours a day, and apparently it's only supposed to be like 6 to 8 that he's supposed to have a light on for, so I've been doing his light less too now. And so if he was kind of low on oxygen and his light was on for way too long, I think all of those were contributing factors to him not doing too good. He's doing much better now. I don't know if you can call a fish spunky, but he is. He's, like, flying around the tank and stuff. A fish scare, like, the fish came out of nowhere. kind of. That his health turned really good out of nowhere, which was nice after we did all that. So, just happy that we were able to do something and it worked, because he's 5, I think. I think he's 5 years old. So, like, that's a while for a fish.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good fish. Cute baby boy.
Yeah.
He's my best behaved pet. Well, glad to hear Gilfriend is okay. Yes, his name is Seymour. Hartina Rosebud, thank you for the follow. Welcome on into the HydroxideAnt farm. Hi, I'm Hartina.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Tony. That's me. We currently are doing our weekly podcast, and our question of the week is, what is a scent that brings you joy? And every time someone has answered, we've gone very far off track. We get an answer, and then... but before we get back to that, unless like Hartina wants to answer, Reese, how are kitties?
They're good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Luna's a brat, but they're good.
I, like, will never get over, like, that. And I think cats are, like, very unique to this. Like, out of, like, normal pets. That, like, cats are, like, some of the only pets that can choose owners. And what I mean by that is that they'll just keep showing up until you keep them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
Because that's what happened with Luna.
That is what happened, yeah. I don't know where she came from. She's like 2.
Yeah. It's just like cats like are so unique as it like sometimes I'm like, is there just like a cat spawner or something that like, oh, this one spawned in, it's got to find a location, it picked here, it lives here now, you're gonna let it in.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a few friends with, like, similar, like, yeah, this cat just kept showing up, so I decided to take it in.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have a cat.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely, you know? Gosh, cats are just, like... such wonderful creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that Luna's a brat. Is there any specific reason lately, or?
Oh, she's just a brat.
Oh, okay. What about Ella?
Oh, she's good. She's lost a lot of weight.
Oh, good
That's
for the
good.
kitty cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very happy
She's-
for the cat.
Just vibing.
Oh. I was half expecting your answer to be like, she's large. But if she lost weight.
No, she's lost a lot of weight.
Good for her. Like, was that was intended? Like, you guys are trying to get her to lose weight? Or, okay.
Yes.
It's like, you're chonky. Time to lose some weight, kitty cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she started to be able to get through, I have this, like, little fence gate thing blocking off my bathroom where Luna's food is. And Ella, she's too old to jump over it. She doesn't believe she can, and I think she could, but I don't want her to, so I'm glad she hasn't tried.
Yeah.
And Luna could, like, squeeze through the bars on, like, the side, because I made it so that she could. And Ella couldn't. But she lost enough weight, and now she can, so I had to change it. And now Luna has to jump over the bars. Sucks to suck, but...
It's how it be sometimes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. My good golly garshness. So, back to the question of the week. Reese, is there a smell that brings you joy? Circled back. I had to.
I don't know.
Any scents that you like? What do you smell right now?
Air? Really nothing.
Okay. Do you like air?
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah. What if it like was like the smell of chocolate is pretty great. What if the air is filled with chocolate?
Sure.
Would you prefer that?
Probably.
Okay. Right.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Let's see. What if I Google list of popular smells? The Daily Mail gave their top 50 favorite smells. Number one, their favorite smell is actually a really good shout. Freshly baked bread. Does smell pretty good.
Sourdough smells really good.
Pretty good. Number two, bacon. Also smells pretty good. Number three, freshly cut grass. Does smell pretty good. I'm looking for something on this list that I think smells really good. Alright, so on this list, does anyone else really like to smell gasoline?
Not really.
I think it smells great. I love the smell of gas and like oil. I think they say that's not good. At least to smell it. But like number four is coffee. A lot of people like the smell of coffee. I know that.
It's okay, I guess.
I'm not a coffee drinker though.
I don't like the taste.
No, but do you drink it?
Yeah.
Nathan, do you drink coffee? I'm just realizing, because I looked at TeamSpeak, your little mic thing is going off, but I don't hear you. So if you were just talking...
I like iced coffee.
Okay, there it is. Iced coffee.
That is not a...
If gasoline is good for cars, it's got to be good to smell, so I approve. Yeah, Reap's got a point. What? Something wrong?
It's not good to smell it.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, like, what's so bad about it?
Extremely high levels can cause fainting and even death.
Like, what constitutes as really high
get the
levels?
right amount.
Yeah, like, what's
How
that
long
good?
can I smell gasoline?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Is how long could I go straight smelling gasoline? Is without.
Oh no,
like,
this is not someone asking how long they can smell it. It's asking how long the odor will stick around if there's like a spill or something.
Really interesting scenario you found yourself in, that you spilt gasoline on yourself.
What happens if you smell gasoline all the time? Oh, it's a problem. That's unrelated.
So I want to know, like, how long straight can I just smell gasoline for? Like, before it's a problem.
It says gasoline poisoning symptoms, causes, effects, and more. That's
Gasoline
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Poison. Oh, I found the gasoline. You'd be gassy, but no, I don't want symptoms of gasoline poisoning. I want like
causes.
Like how long?
Much?
Because I want, like, say it said, like, hypothetically, a half hour is how long you can smell gasoline for. I'd be smelling it 29 minutes at a time. You know?
At a time.
Yeah. Snow! Hello, Snow. Hey, Snow, how long do you think I could smell gasoline for straight? Like, what would be safe in your expert opinion? Yeah, what scent brings you joy, though? That's more important. 3 minutes max? Oh, that's disappointing. But, like, what if you're at, like, the gas station? And, like, it takes a few minutes to fill up your car? Mmm, delicious gas. But what's a scent that you enjoy, Snow? What brings you joy? You know? What kind of scent brings joy to you? Those aren't concentrated fumes. The scent of home. What does home smell like? It changes. So, whatever home is at the moment.
Rib cage.
It could smell like rib cages. Oh. It's like, has anyone ever seen Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. If home is where the heart is, and your real home is in your chest, so it does make sense.
Sure does.
Sometimes home smells like someone special, sometimes sandalwood. Is that...
I think that's supposed to be sandalwood.
What is it? I still don't.
Oh, you don't know sandalwood?
No, I'm not Jesus.
Are you saying that because he was a carpenter?
And he wore sandals.
Oh.
Sandalwood is so good.
Because when I looked at this, it looks like wood chips.
It just smells like clean. It's a really nice smell.
I can probably imagine, because I kind of... I mean, if it's a specific wood, then probably not, but maybe, because, you know, like, wood chips, wood, fresh cut wood, kind of...
I know the smell of fresh cut wood. I like fresh cut wood. That's a good smell most of the time.
It is pretty good. And safer than gasoline.
I would like to be locked in a room with each for a half hour and see how it goes.
Since gasoline offers a short-term high, it's a good start to a sentence.
I'm starting to understand why I like to smell gasoline.
Okay, I think it's like a more than just, you know, oh, I smell it at the gas station. I think it's more than just that, you know. I think they're talking about, like, actually abusing it.
That's true.
Scandalwood
is wood that gets into trouble. Scandalwood is actually Pie's cousin.
Yeah.
It's wood scandal, you know?
Yeah. Do not make sniffing gasoline a habit.
What? Why?
Also, it's caused by benzene, apparently.
So, you said not to make sniffing gasoline a habit, so I googled, can I make sniffing gasoline a habit? since gasoline, or I feel like this is what you read before. Since gasoline offers a short-term high, it's possible to get addicted to the feeling and do it over and over again. But the ATSDR states, high concentrates can irritate the lungs, cause permanent damage to nervous system, may cause an inability to breathe, or induce a coma.
Yeah, that was the one I was reading.
Yeah, it sure is.
That is the exact same one I was reading.
I mean, gasoline is legal in every state that I'm aware of. Yeah, I think we should just,
well, to be fair,
get some gasoline going.
So is meth. Now, hold on. Handling it. Now, hold on. Not selling it or creating it or buying it. However, notice that the police who handle it when they steal it from criminals don't get arrested. Therefore, there's more going on. It's not illegal just to handle it. There's no legal way to get your hands on it, though, but unless you're like a cop. No, do not sniff gasoline.
So they are saying sniffing gasoline can cause you to live the dream. Got it? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Okay. I feel like
smelling gasoline
the part that said,
be addictive?
Do not do it is going over.
But no matter the reason for your enjoyment of the toxic fumes, you may be allowed small satisfaction in them. However, sniffing gasoline intentionally could lead you to an addiction. That's not the answer.
So it's fine as long as you're not addicted.
Is it normal to like the smell of gasoline? Gasoline activates the mesolimbic pathway. That's because the biological process of numbing your nerves activates the mesolimbic pathway, also known as the brain's reward pathway. Wherever your olfactory nerves get the hit of that benzene, which you said that before.
Get a hit of that.
The metabolic system delivers a pleasing shot of dopamine.
Give me a hit of some gasoline.
But no lie, one of my favorite scents, the wood scandal? No, sandalwood. Sandalwood. I feel like I've seen sandalwood before, but I'm also seeing something that is disturbing me that I want to ask about it. This isn't real wood, is it? This isn't actually wood.
I'm looking, and it is.
It says it's a plant.
Oh, no, it says especially. I mean, it's not a tree.
Can you make wood from not a tree?
It says I mean, hold on. It says sandalwood is a class of woods from trees in the genus Santalum.
The Google thing that popped up is sandalwood, genus of about 25 species of semi-parasitic
if you scroll
plants
down slightly,
of the family,
and then
especially
the
the fragrant wood of the tree. Down into the right.
From Wikipedia says it's a class of woods. Whatever that means.
Sandalwood is a lot of candles, but isn't a tree a plant? Wood comes from trees, so wouldn't that make it a plant? I'm starting to see what you guys are getting at. But can you make wood from a non-tree? Does it have to be a tree for it to be wood?
Why is musk one of the things there? When I click on it, it's just like people also ask, and there's Patchouli, Juniper Networks, Cedar, and then Elon Musk.
Maybe because musk is like a scent thing?
I looked up sandalwood.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm out of guesses.
I don't... Sandalwood...
I should Google this. Can you make wood from not a tree? Wood without trees. It's maybe possible, but like This is too big for my brain. Anyone who got a... Is Elijah Wood a plant? I think that, truthfully...
It has wood in the name. It's a plant.
Yeah, I think that if it... there's only one situation where it's not a tree, and that's if you put pseudo in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put pseudo Elijah Wood, that wouldn't be a plant.
Pseudo Elijah Woodo.
Elijah Woodo. Because everyone knows that sandalwood is real. It has to be real wood. Because it doesn't say pseudo in front of it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is Elijah Wood a plant? Pseudo Woodo, exactly. We're getting, we love fake plants. Real plants?
Shout out to real plants.
That makes sense that Pokemon is a tree rock. Yeah, it's a fake tree. It's not a real tree, you know?
Unless.
Is this a cake has gone too far?
Is it a cake now? Is that what you're saying?
No, someone you know the aliens
Alien?
that they
Yeah, I
it's
saw
the
that
alien
too.
cake. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. You blew my mind just now, Tony. So am I the only one that, like, once we saw that like the government was like, guys, by the way, aliens are real, it was like, okay, yeah, we know. Anyways, but we're confirming it. I don't really care what you have to say.
I don't think we have had any. I don't think those are aliens.
You don't think so?
No,
Who are they?
I don't know, but I don't believe it. I mean, like, when America does stuff like that, usually it's because, like, about to commit a war crime or something. But I don't know about Mexico. They could be doing the old Blizzard strategy, where they make a new character gay, and then next day you find out they laid off 2/3 of their employees and killed all the women.
Is that from a thing? Did that happen?
No, but Blizzard will keep doing things that are like, oh yeah, we just, like, wow, look at this, and then like the next day you find out that they're being investigated for a separate sexual assault, like, problem. It keeps happening. Keep an eye out next time they announce something that's...
Reap said, I mean, Transformers and Ben 10 are based on true stories. I figured aliens existed. They are based on true stories, so...
I don't think they... Are they? What do you mean?
What do you mean, are they?
That's pretty clear.
I think that, you know...
King of Crabs Season 5 comes out September 20th. We need to play.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. You know you want to.
King of crabs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which one's the king? Is there a most king?
The king is whoever wins. Look, the game's pretty good. It's like Agario, but a battle royale. But like, it's pretty good. Highly recommend it. And it's free. And good.
I forgot that Agario was a thing.
Mm-hmm. Probably for the best.
Interesting.
I mean, you've played King of Crabs before.
Yeah.
On my computer.
Yes. Buddy.
I just got the reference. I get it now, yeah. Forgot about that.
Oh, I just saw this. Oh, look, is that kitty? Kitty
Yes.
cat. Hello. Good cat.
That's her trying to get to where the food is.
Respect. Arguably, same me too.
You'd be able to open the door, though.
Yeah, most of the time.
Mm.
You know, something that I've noticed lately, and feel the need to see if other people do this. You ever stretch, like, and then feel like you're gonna pass out?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyone in chat or anything ever have a really big stretch, and then your brain is almost like you're gonna shut off?
I might have to speak for chat. I don't know.
Chat is like, concern? Sounds like a great stretch. Yeah, it wasn't a bad stretch.
I'm gonna react with a what? There we go.
It does sound like a good stretch. It was a good stretch. Hydrate. Oh, I haven't hydrated in a while. Good shout.
Ants.
Tony, I miss you. Snow, I miss you.
Oh, he's right here.
Yeah, I'm here.
In fact,
Now I'm sitting straight and I'm here. Oh, another big stretch.
we're just gonna keep stretching you until you die, apparently.
Stretch.
All right, you're still here. One more.
I love you. I miss you. I miss hanging out. Yeah. We should hang out soon. We should hang out soon there, friendo. You ever stretch so big. No, I need to stop doing these because the answer's always no.
The answer's no for me.
That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. Dog?
Dog. Ow! Oh! That scared me!
Those are so big.
The sanctimonious, as you know, I got him elected, but
Oh,
now
God.
he's a failure.
My brain. It's gone on the fritz. Was Mrs. Fritz the lady's name from the Magic School Bus?
Frizz?
Frizz. Randy.
Florida.
Moving on down, Randy. Cruising?
Cruising for what?
Main Street.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the Magic School Bus stuff.
The Magic School Bus.
Can this be a normal field trip? What do you think the permission slips looked like?
They were waivers.
They all took out life insurance.
Yeah, it's like, hey, your kid is gonna kind of do this thing that they're probably gonna die from, you know?
Your kid's gonna go inside some other student's digestive tract.
So,
You might not see him again.
really good shot that they don't make it out of this one.
Yeah, I don't know what Miss Frizz is thinking, but last chance to say goodbye.
What you doing? What you doing? I'm listening to a lot of voices.
Whoa.
Are they, my head is spinning a little. Okay. Do the voices exist within or outside of you? It's a good question. It's people. Okay. I'm right. Yeah. I might come to you guys. Yeah. There's a lot of people in here. Oh. Whoa, man. Miss Frizz hasn't worked at a school for years. Are you sure she's a teacher?
What do you mean she hasn't worked at a school?
I'm not too sure that, like, she's a qualified teacher, you know?
It's not hard to qualify as a teacher. She just has to be smart. She doesn't have to have ethics.
Miss Frizz is a professor nowadays. She's a research professor. Is there like a continuity?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
New show? There's a new show?
No way.
Hold up.
There was a new one on Netflix, I want to say, like a few years back.
Oh.
Let me in. Oh.
Don't do it.
I don't think we have a,
User was moved
I don't even,
Tony.
hello. I'm not sure there's like a,
There is a new Netflix show. Basically, there's a new Miss
oh
Frizzle.
shit. Oh, that's not Miss Frizzle.
New Miss Frizzle?
It's not Miss Frizzle, but it is Miss Frizzle. They have the same last name. I think
Is
they're
it
cousins.
like Miss Frizzle's,
It's either their cousins or their sisters. I can't remember.
Maybe.
But my brother really likes the show.
Maybe they're like identical
They're related,
twins.
I can tell you that much.
Maybe
No,
it's a
they're not
coincidence.
They just have the same last name.
It's a coincidence. They don't know each other.
No, they don't.
No, they do know each other because they do talk about each other.
I'm watching a trailer and it's Miss Frizzle leading the one to the crazy bus. The lizard's still there as well.
Huge.
Yeah, the lizard stays with Miss Frizzle though, doesn't he?
The lizard is with the teacher.
The teacher, Miss Frizzle.
The one
The original Miss Frizzle goes to do research. She's a professor now.
Which is really just a teacher, but
It's a higher level teacher. You get more power.
Are these different students at least?
No, they're the same students. They're in like 5th grade though.
How have they not graduated yet?
They're in
It's
like
been
5th
so long.
Are you kidding? She did a terrible job.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're just not ready. They're each like actually 35, and like they just haven't gotten out of school yet.
Yeah.
That's almost as crazy as when Bill Nye dropped an F-bomb on his Netflix show, saying the world is fucked.
Fake.
Oh, fake.
Fucked or fake? Hold on.
I think
Fact?
fucked.
Fake?
Fact. If you say fact, I think it's something that's fucked.
Hold on, man. There's too many F's.
In chat.
I would argue there's not enough F's in chat.
Here's another F.
Thanks.
But
Here's
you're a
a lot of
W.
F's.
W. Thank you for the other F. Thank you for the W. Thank you for that F as well.
Yeah.
Here's a I love you. Oh.
Huh. Oh.
What?
Why
is everyone saying oh?
Does it say E? Here's an E tank. Let's decide the E tank. Is it more E?
Ease. More ease.
It's an E's?
Gives you energy for one of your weapons.
Yeah.
What weapon?
E-tank, so it must be energy of some sort.
You take the energy and you eat it.
Don't eat it.
You don't eat the
I don't remember
energy.
if it's energy
not
for your
gasoline.
weapon or like energy for your character.
The E-beam.
I forget.
You know
Is
how
this,
there's I-beams?
No.
What's an I-beam? Like in architecture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you have E-beam.
I feel like that E stands for eat right. So
High beams.
high beam.
Why did that's so stupid.
Hello.
I need to get startled easily.
I heard like a thump.
That was nothing.
No,
Don't worry about it.
Alright, I have to not worry about it apparently.
Yes.
There was a part of me that worried about it.
That part is gone.
Oh no, my phone. Okay, I'm okay. I just slapped my phone off my desk but caught it.
Oh.
That went from horrible to fine in a matter of seconds. But I have this stupid.
I have this stupid.
It's one of my favorite sounds.
I mean, you can't say that.
Why?
That's for the next week or whenever you have what sound brings you joy.
Oh shit. Reese thinks ahead.
Yeah. Reese thinks way more than us.
Reese, what's it like to think? Like, using your brain, and then it gives you an output, you know?
No.
No?
What's it think? Can you eat it?
I
Yeah,
would like
you can.
to snack on it.
You can top it with some nice gasoline.
Oh, can I have some gasoline?
No,
Of course.
Tony.
I just want to give it a good sniff.
Mm-hmm.
You can give it a little waff.
How much is a little waff?
Like a gallon.
One hand motion.
One handful.
No, one hand motion.
Sticks my hand into like a bucket of gas.
No!
Gasoline.
I'm sorry.
Gasoline.
I'm thinking too much science. I am thinking too much again.
Science.
Got to know your audience, you know?
Science isn't real.
Man, STEM is embedded in me.
Oh, just
That
take
sounds
well,
painful.
Yeah. It should just be
Tony,
10.
did I tell you that I went to a career expo yesterday and I found a lot of good places?
You said you had a cut on your feet.
I did, from walking around in heels.
You should never do that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I've made it a point to never walk around in heels.
Same.
One of these days, I'm gonna have you guys walk in heels.
I'm like pretty confident I would just snap my ankle in half.
I'd do it on
Okay,
purpose.
maybe not heels, but wedges.
Wedges are
Potato
the ones.
wedges. They're like potato. It's like French fries, but they're like bigger. So they're
Oh, the more potato-y one. But how?
Yeah,
why
yeah.
am I putting those near my feet? I don't get it.
I didn't understand.
It's
but-
shoes designed after them.
Shoot.
Do the
Oh.
Just
But I don't want
don't
potatoes
put your
on my
feet on
feet.
potatoes unless you're
Yeah.
planting the potatoes.
Then don't put your feet on potatoes, even if you're planting them.
No, what if you gotta walk on the dirt?
Then
You don't step on the potatoes.
You have to step around the potatoes at least.
Then I'll have
Potatoes.
potatoes. Oh shit!
If you step on the block that they're planted on at all, there's like a chance you'll trample them.
Yeah.
Shit, you're right. You
You're not
can't
supposed to
touch
step on.
You can't touch them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch the taters.
Don't
Yeah,
touch the
you'll
butt.
You'll
Don't
die
touch the
from
butt. I touched the butt.
He touched the butt.
gasoline poisoning.
Yeah, don't do whatever that is. However, I'm gonna go touch some gasoline.
Okay, have fun.
Tony!
They
Why?
told me to
You're supposed to
touch
touch the
grass,
butt.
but I wanted to touch the gasoline.
They said touch gas, and I heard they told me touch grass, so I touched gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Tony,
the
you're supposed to
first
touch the
time.
butt, not the gas.
Oh,
He touched the butt.
I think you're
Yeah, it's
supposed
your
to do
turn. You gotta go swim out there.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep
Swimming,
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 swimming.
swimming. What can we do but swim? It's a good question. Can you bring me some Cool Ranch gasoline? Yeah. Let's let me figure out how to do that first.
that. New flavor.
You put Cool Ranch in the gasoline and hope it doesn't solidify. You gotta put it in just right.
It wouldn't do that.
You know that, Reese.
Mm.
I got tape on my blanket, Tony.
You have tape on your blanket?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
not normal tape either.
Oh.
I have an
It's tape
idea.
for electronics.
It's crazy tape.
You tape
It's
it so
wacky.
you tape it to yourself now, right?
I can't.
Not off.
And you got a blanket on.
It's too small and I'm too fat.
Use more tape then.
Yeah.
No!
If you keep adding tape,
It
eventually
won't come off. Is
Well,
it a
if-
videotape? Let me
Oh,
just put a video
taping
on
thing.
it.
I get you. Taping things with a videotape is kind of hard to do.
That's why you were talking about potatoes.
Yeah.
Because you're
Didn't you know?
trying to videotape a potato.
Mhm.
And if you videotape a potato, then, and only then, will you have some good potatoes.
What is our conversation anymore?
We were talking
Where
about
am I?
potatoes. You brought up potato wedges, so we just started talking about potatoes.
Yeah, you said you wanted us to wear like
I
potato
brought
wedges.
up wedges.
I'm so confused
Potato
why
I brought
you
up
want us to
wedges,
wear
the
potato
shoes,
wedges.
and then we started talking about potatoes, and it just does devolve from there.
Anyone could have derailed the conversation. It could have been anyone.
Could have literally
been
been
anyone.
anyone.
Could have been
Question
all
of
three
the
of us.
week. Petroli.
I don't know
Promise
what
I'm
that
not a
is.
stoner.
Petroleum?
Oh, that. I'll put. Oh, more gasoline.
Is your
I don't know
answer
what that
also
is.
gasoline?
I don't know what patchouli is. It's a Minecraft mod, I believe.
What's petroleum? Petroleum? Patchouli.
If you look at patchouli Minecraft, you'll find it.
Patchouli.
Patchouli.
No, it's
Patchouli?
no.
Patchouli is a species of
Hi,
flower
Blade.
and plant in the family of Labababa.
Yeah,
Commonly
family of-
called the mint or
We're all
dead net
dead in the
family.
brain.
Isn't petroli a pasta? It's petroleum.
Yeah, that's
Petroleum is gas.
petroleum is a pasta.
Yeah. It's my
Petroleum
favorite
is a
pasta,
pasta.
actually.
His name is Petrol.
It's what hippies use in the 60s to hide their weed scent. Oh. Hence the I'm not a stoner, I promise. That makes sense.
Oh.
But we're not in the 60s.
What is, Blade, what does it
What's
smell
it
like?
smell like?
Mint.
It's a minty.
I like mint.
It's just commonly called the mint or dead nettle family. Oh, so it could smell like mint or dead nettle, whatever that is.
I want to be dead. What does dead
No,
smell
No,
like?
you
allowed.
don't.
Oh, why, Tony?
I don't know how to describe it. Okay, if you don't know what it smells like, what does it taste like?
That. But taste is like 50%
Taste
smell.
isn't.
Well, maybe Blade
Taste
knows
is
how to
mostly
what
your
it tastes
olfactory.
like.
Olfactory.
Why would I taste
Anyway.
patchouli shampoo, Tony? Why are you
Oh,
eating
it's
shampoo?
shampoo?
How do you not know what it smells like then?
Oh, well, describe to me.
Why do you
Dead
keep
milk.
shampoo in the refrigerator, Blade?
Why are you eating your gasoline? You're just supposed to smell it.
Why are you not
Dead
shampooing your
metal,
car?
best music smell. I can't describe
describe.
things.
Have you tried?
Dead metal,
Not yet.
best music smell. But what does death metal taste like?
I hope it's death. Can I have some?
I think it's like it gotta be like a coppery taste, like a penny. You're supposed to flush
No.
shampoo. Also, it's
Supposed to
been so long
flush?
since I've had anything patchouli to smell. So, like, do you
So
not
you don't know what it
have
smells.
patchouli? Patch? How do you
I
say it
keep-
again?
Scroll up, scroll up.
Patchouli shampoo.
It's not growable here. Where is here? Where are we?
Back, you know, in the Wizard of Oz, where they say this isn't Kansas anymore,
Yeah.
except it is.
We're in Kansas?
Well, no, we're not. Blade is.
Oh, that's right.
They're not in Kansas anymore. Blade would know.
That's right. Blade's back in the cornfields.
Haven't seen them in decades. True. What does Kansas smell
Kansas
like?
smell like?
Probably corn.
Probably corn.
We sent out search parties. Even the search parties haven't returned. I think there might just be a fundamental issue here, but prairie and cow manure. Oh.
What does prairie smell like?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was thinking that too.
We think, Tony?
Brain
Explain.
cell, go burr.
You stole it from Prez again?
No, this one's mine.
Oh, that one's yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you take it back from Prez? Because I know he stole somebody's brain cell.
I want it.
You want it?
Yeah. We should have sent them with a compass. Oh!
Prairie is a type of dog.
Prairie is a type of dog. I love prairie dogs.
I thought it was what
Did you
do
know
in church.
that prairie dogs kill more people a year than the great white shark?
But that's not true.
Well, Billy and Mandy said it.
Okay, well that explains why it's not true.
There's an episode of Billy and Mandy where they were just prairie dogs for some reason, and the prairie dogs were growling, and Mandy goes, "Did you know that a prairie dog kills more people a year than the great white shark?" And then it attacked. Like a whole group of them attacked.
That's hilarious.
What makes that shark so great? It kills people. What do you mean?
Alright, I gotta look something up.
Are you looking at the prairie dog thing as well?
People do prairie dogs kill
do prairie
per
dogs.
year?
It says make good pets.
What hooligan scene found prairie dogs killed a hunt? Okay, hold up.
It just says
more than. Alright, so
disease, but I don't think
they kill a lot of
That's
squirrels. They kill something called a grounded squirrel, which to me is that a squirrel that doesn't have hops?
I disagree, Reap.
Just because it kills doesn't mean it's great. They before the second one, they called the first one the Great War.
True. And they called it the Great War too.
Tip for time travel: if you travel in between the time of World War One and World War Two, don't call World War One World War One. Anyways,
You can't tell me what to do.
That's a lot of numbers that you said with letters in between. What?
okay. So if you time travel, right? Picture time traveling,
Uh-huh.
and you go back to the time in between World War One and World War Two. If you say, "Oh, yeah, World War One just ended," everyone would be like, "What? There's another coming?" Because they only call it the Great War at the time.
Oh.
Because they didn't call World War One World War One because they didn't expect more.
Facts.
Yeah. So if you ever time travel, hear me in your head as you're about to talk about wars.
No.
Be like, "Oh, no."
If I time travel, I'm gonna walk up to my parents and be like, if you fucking have kids, I will slap you so hard.
They'll be
That's
like,
not gonna. Why would that stop them though?
I'll tell your parents, fuckers. I don't know
tell
anymore.
your parents. Tell your parents, ghost of grandparents. Hey,
These two bitches,
they
doing the
decided
thing
to
without the protection.
reproduce. They decided to reproduce, and I didn't have
Wow.
any say. It's like, what? The
I
Great
did
Plague
not
of
consent.
2019, great vid. Oh no. Ah. Oh boy.
Oh, I was supposed to apply to more internships.
But what are you looking to do?
So right now, literally anything that has to do with computer science.
You know, part of me was half expecting you to say
Or
places
murder.
where I could intern. And I'll be like, oh, well, yeah, no. You're not wrong.
It's true.
That wouldn't be a
It
lie.
is true. Yeah. Like, I am looking for places that I can intern, but that's not the only thing. I'm looking for good places to intern.
good places to intern. Have you thought about interning at Twitter?
I thought about burning it down to the ground on its own.
It's the same thing.
Oh, it's the same thing? Bet. I hate that I have to apply to all these on my phone. What's Twitter? Great question. I call it Tweeter.
Twitter.
Tweeter.
No one calls it that. That's not real.
That's not real. What's X?
Yeah, Twitter is like X.
Like the same thing.
Pretty similar.
Pretty close, pretty close. Except we have a bird, it's a lot cuter and more colorful. I have cuts in the inside of my mouth. I just found this out today.
Why?
That's a great question. I think I burned my mouth at some point.
Don't.
Don't? I try, but it's a little hard.
You tried so hard and got so far,
And I got literally nowhere.
but in the end, Reese said, the Reap said, I think it's an app where pirates try and find treasure, but all they find is booties.
No, trust me, there are too many bots for that. Or crypto.
Yeah.
Or racists.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Slash Nazis.
I haven't experienced any of those. I experienced the other one, though.
I follow the Auschwitz Memorial account, and they've
No
called
wonder.
They've called it out, and that they've reported them, but nothing happens.
Of course, of course.
It's a new thing, by
it's-
the way. Since we're on November, Crypto the Superdog, you're the only person I've mentioned or I've talked to that's ever brought that up. Thank you.
Oh,
Crypto
I
from
think I know
Apex.
that.
I don't know what Apex is. I've never heard of Apex Legends.
What?
What?
There's a legend?
Yeah, I hear there's a legend about it.
Whoa. I've never
So-
heard that one.
Is it a whole league?
Yeah. Yep.
League of Legends.
League of Apex Legends.
I can't tell if your VTuber's stuck or if it's my screen.
No, I was just kind of looking down.
Oh. Because it did look like it was just, like, head down, nodding off.
Well, sometimes
Yeah.
a VTuber is doing exactly what I'm doing. So, as Crypto the Superdog or Crypto from Apex? We were talking about Crypto?
Yeah.
I missed that whole conversation.
Joined in on it, I thought.
Did I really? Jesus, I don't remember it. That's not.
We just
It was
talked
Apex.
about it, Tony.
That's
Apex
not
League of
scary.
Legends.
Oh shit! Yeah, I said that, but I don't know why I said it. If that makes any sense.
Oh, because we said Legends and then League and Legends, and then Reese said League of Apex Legends.
Yeah, that was.
I think.
That was the end of it.
Lego Apex Legends.
Hey, Tony. Hey,
Lego?
Lego Mago.
Okay.
No, you Lego.
Oh no.
Welcome back. Thanks. I don't know where I went. It was away. It
Away.
was away.
Away.
Away, 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 away.
Yeah.
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah. Huh?
Okay. Okay, phone. You wanna fight me?
Okay, Google.
Oh, it's so good that I don't have my headphones off, because you totally would have set off my phone.
That would have been
It's
awesome.
I can't say Google correctly half the time, but if I say it in a stern voice, it reacts like you fucking little bitch.
Away, 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 away.
A wee.
That's what I was doing.
What were you doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
What is the meaning of life?
I wanted the same exact thing.
42.
42. Oh my god, that's the meaning
I still want to know how people came to that conclusion.
It's
What conclusion?
because
42? Oh, it's just it's I'm pretty sure random. Based on
Random?
it's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh.
And there's this robot was tasked with finding the meaning of life, and they finally came back to it. This like giant computer over I don't know 1,000 years or something. They came back and it said the answer is 42. And they were like, "What does that mean?" It was like, "Well, you didn't ask me to contemplate the question. I have the so the answer to the meaning of life is 42." But it was like they didn't ask it to explain it, so it doesn't know.
oh,
There's no clarification on what 42 means.
42 what? This is why math tells you always have to have the words afterwards.
Well, only if you ask.
42 potatoes?
The way it was explained to me, which I don't know if it's in the book or the movie or anything, I am honestly unsure. But it was described to me as one die has 21 dots on it. And so if you have two dies, that's a double negative, which makes it a life.
thank you.
So
for
there's
the
42
high
dots.
I thought there wasn't
What the fuck?
like an actual explanation. Let me see.
That's how it was explained to me
You guys make
from
my
like
brain hurt.
a
I'll be back.
secondhand source.
Peanut butter.
And I have not watched the movie recently enough to have a say either way. Definitely not reading no fucking book. You kidding me?
Well, I can't read. Big stretch. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Who was in that one? That movie.
The guy said the choice of the number was a joke. He said the answer is very simple. It was a joke. It had to be a number, an ordinary smallish number, and I chose that one.
There you go. Somebody was feeding me a big old pile of baked beans.
Yeah, someone lied to you. Now I'm mad that someone lied to you. How? Well, they do that.
Yeah, this is what it was. It was calculated by an enormous supercomputer named Deep Thought over a period of 7.5 million years. Unfortunately, no one knows what the answer is, or what the question is. It was the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. But no one knows what it didn't know the question. That's not what it was tasked with doing. It was sassy about it, if I remember correctly.
I'm sassy about a lot of things. Not always.
Yeah.
Just sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay to be just a little sassy. You know?
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, here's something good. Actually, 42 is an encoding of the number of the beast. 6 times 6 plus 6.
6 times 6 plus 6. Oh. Sassy bot. We are joined by a sassy bot.
Wait.
Not sassy is a sassy bot. There's a king as well? I'm color me confused. A sassy bot is company. You know, I always wonder if a sassy bot is joined by a king of Suras. Oh, it's asking for help. 4 plus 2 is 6. He's got me. He's got me.
Damn right I have him.
Oh.
Got him.
Sassy bot, are you okay?
Who's he got me? He's got me. Who's that?
That's, well, normally Infobot. But this time Sassy Bot.
Infobot? What's Infobot?
Yeah, that one.
Well, you see, Tony Industries has invented this robot that gives information.
Yes.
I thought it was HGI.
Well, okay.
Tony
So,
Industries is a subsidiary of HDI International.
yes. Thank you.
Hello, Infobot.
Tog.
Most of us call Infobot Henry when he's in the channel with us.
Yeah, sometimes.
They call me Big Harry. Also
Big Harry.
I think I like Big Harry better.
I don't know about big.
4 plus 2 is 6. True.
4 plus 2
That's
is
exactly how many
6.
sides a die has. It's all coming
Oh
together.
my god, it's
roll
real.
You're not allowed to roll live.
Live alive?
Not allowed.
No.
No lies.
Who's lying?
Someone.
Hey, so, Collin and Henry, Infobot, for question of the week, it's, what is a scent you enjoy? What's a scent you enjoy?
Scent?
Yeah.
Like smell?
Like smell.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that.
Oh, I don't think it's family friendly.
Oh my god.
Is it napalm?
I don't know what I was gonna say. I just wanted to see what everyone else came up with.
Napalm was my guess. It works on everyone, apparently.
It
It's
does.
been used on families.
Yeah, it really sticks with you.
It sticks. We know it sticks to kids.
Just like gasoline.
Gasoline is a good smell too.
I
We've been
picked
told.
gasoline. I really like the smell of gasoline.
Play-Doh.
Oh, Play-Doh's not bad.
I kind of enjoy the way Play-Doh smells.
Yummy.
I'm trying to think of other ones since that, obscure things, not just like stuff I've smelled every day. I'm trying to reach back. The olfactory lobe is most closely linked to memory, so hopefully I can find.
Which I've always found kind of weird.
That makes perfect sense.
It's just interesting to me how certain senses are just so directly linked to certain things.
I mean, nowadays it's kind of useless, but I mean, when that was evolved, it makes sense that scent is linked to your memory as a survival instinct.
Yeah, but scent is linked to memory in a similar way that music is linked to emotion, and we're not entirely sure. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting corollary.
It's kind of weird because I wonder if that has a relation to the fact that they say music was initially invented as a form of communication.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's a lot easier. I don't know. It's probably a lot easier to learn to whistle than to learn to talk, or at least to grunt.
Well, I think it's music doesn't have any. I'm not I may be a scholar, but I'm not a biological or anthropologist or anything.
I was gonna say I've taken some psych, but not a lot of evolutionary psych.
Music has no bearing or relevance in the actual biological function of the body. However, what it does have that we very much enjoy in every single form of music is patterns, like A, B, A, C, A, B, A. Like, that's how music flows.
Yep.
So I wonder if it is just linked to that because it's a pattern that our brain recognizes and is happy about.
I love patterns.
Exactly.
Your pattern? Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Shout out to patterns. Your Honor, this is a pattern thing, isn't it?
It is. Questions?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Gentlemen, ladies, we got him.
We got him.
Those are the good old days. Tell you what.
We can dance if we want to.
I'll tell you what.
You can leave your friends behind.
If your friends don't dance, they're no fucking friends of mine.
They ain't no friends of mine.
Whoa, watch your fucking language, Henry.
The heck?
Right,
My
TOS.
friend has no legs and can't dance.
Then he's no friend of mine.
He's no friend of mine, yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah.
He has no choice.
Sorry.
He has no choice. He can dance if he wants to.
He can't.
You can dance with your arms. Look at Wednesday.
Yeah, he lost those too.
You can dance with, like, head bobbles.
Alright, the Black
lost
Knights
his
are
leg.
still fighting without any arms or limbs, so...
So, shot in the dark, is your friend's name Matt?
No.
I thought he was making up a friend. Is this a real friend? Because now I feel insensitive.
It can be.
Oh,
It's
it
not.
can?
I can
Okay.
find one.
Okay.
Have none of you ever heard that joke?
Oh, I
What
have.
joke?
Yeah.
What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs?
Timmy.
Matt, because he's just laying there on the floor.
That's kind of insensitive.
I didn't get it.
That's.
I know several people by the name of Matthew, and I don't like you insulting their name like that.
I do. I think it's funny that you're insulting people he knows.
I agree.
I think it's very funny you're insulting the people he knows, huh? Well.
Look, people that are friends with me deserve what they get, okay?
Oh.
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Exactly. No one else gets that. I say that to everyone, and people are like, what? Come on.
I
Have a nice
understand
day.
you.
It's good to know I'm not the only one, Henry. I did the same damn thing at work the other day, and I got a look towards. I don't usually do that shit, but I got one of those looks. It's like
The answer to that
that's an
joke
internet
is
only
I know his name. Reap, what are you saying?
Mom.
Mom?
Brother.
Oh God, it's me, Margaret.
Marguerite.
Margarine.
Hello God, it's me, Margarine. Why did you invent me?
Margarine Simpson. Yeah.
Homer.
Homie.
Oh God, why is that so accurate?
Kill it with fire.
I just think they're neat.
Homie. What do you call that guy you describe? Names. Oh. Who we call names? Do they consent?
Negatory, hokey pokey.
What?
Don't call me Hokey Pokey.
Sorry.
But that's what it's all about.
It is what it's all about. I'm sorry.
I've been trying to. No.
Trying to buck that trend, but the buck stops here.
The buck shot here? Okay. Well, you're the boss.
Open fire.
Fire! I was addicted to the Hokey Pokey. I'm so sorry. Which part of the Hokey Pokey was your favorite part, though?
Hokey Pokey.
And why
But then
was
I
it the
turned
smell
my
of
life
gasoline?
around. And did anyone tell you, Reap, that's what it's all about?
It's all about getting addicted.
To gasoline! Big Gasoline has paid us to tell you this message. Did you know that gasoline doubles as a sniffing tool?
Sniffing tool?
I don't know, you just sniff Gasolinos and come
It
up with
helps
the
you
right words
smell
for it.
gasoline better.
Nah, I think if you sniff gasoline, you are a tool.
Wow. You're not
turns,
welcome in this pro-gasoline society.
turns around
Look.
to the swimming pool of gasoline behind me that I like to go for a swim in every day.
Look, just because I'm not being paid by ExxonMobil does not mean my opinion is any less valid than yours.
ExxonMobil.
Oh, my favorite
Exxon
part was
Mobil?
gasoline 100%. Yeah, you know?
Hop in the
I'm so
ExxonMobil.
lost, I tuned out.
We're talking about mobile companies.
Tune back into 101.5, the Big Head, Radio 125. Coming at you loud and proud right here from the city on the Eastern Shore. I did radio for a little bit. That was fun.
I could
Fun.
definitely see that.
I mean, I only got to do it for a little bit, but man, it was a good time.
Dude, I would watch that, honestly. Or
I
I
don't
guess-
remember
I guess
what even
listen
the
to it, but
thing was. We had to say, like, forget the numbers.
welcome back.
1025.
Welcome back to KRUD.
WIKND Wicked 1025. Coming at you loud and proud right here from Daytona Beach, Florida. We're coming out with some classics right now for you. A little bit of the docket for you this evening. Beautiful weather out there. Stay pretty, America.
You did not say that.
No, I don't think I did. Something of variation, yeah.
Say pretty America.
Stay cool
Oh
out
my
there, folks.
God.
Say folks out there, cool.
Cool, folks.
Cool story there, Jack.
Folks?
Still have a
Hit
jacket
the
that
road,
says,
Jack.
also says my DJ name on it.
Ah! Oh, please! Ah! Ah, my face! Ah, it's in
You
pain.
look too peaceful again.
You don't have a face, Tony. What are you talking about?
You're right, I'm sorry.
Not in the face!
No, not in the face. I need that for radio.
You really
I'm
I
so-
really have a face for radio, that's why I took it.
I was always told I also had a face for radio.
Well, there's some Appalachian cultural appropriation happening in that impression, which I don't appreciate.
I disagree.
Howdy,
I
partner!
agree.
Howdy, Mrs. K.
Howdy, Mrs. K!
Hi, it's old man taking to this jalopy. Howdy, Mrs. K.
Oh, God. I was told I have a face. I was devastated. Reap, I'm so sorry.
Ripperoni.
Who told you?
Chef RD's Ripperoni.
It's my favorite. That was my favorite snack. Ripperoni.
Nice warm bowl of Ripperoni.
Nothing warms my day like a nice, delicious
And then you could warm up some Elios.
can of Ripperoni and some Elios mixed together. My favorite part was the can.
Aluminum is nutritious and delicious.
So good. I love me some aluminum.
You could get an off-brand like aluminium, but it doesn't taste as good.
Aluminium is just slightly worse tasting and longer and harder to say.
God damn it, Henry.
Ripperoni pizza. Yeah, I kind of want like a
Pepperoni?
pizza that like they put pepperoni on and it just says rip, and that's a ripperoni
Ripperoni
pizza.
just spelled it out.
Yeah, like
A nice
this
fresh
pepperoni.
Don't you guys love how wrong the British are and how they pronounce everything?
How wrong the brick.
You know,
Just a
one
blanket
of
statement.
the British really are one of my my favorite mythical races.
Honestly, right?
Oi!
It's, like, listen to the way they talk. There's no way they're real.
There's No way we're real, and you're coming out here insulting us when you can't even speak properly.
Like, we have a friend named CK who's so cool.
Are you telling me CK is a myth?
Like,
I love CK.
Right, but he's too good.
He is too good to be true. That is right.
Yeah.
He tells me like some really nice things sometimes, and I almost cry.
Yeah, he's very kind. It's I
He's
can't
too
be
nice.
real.
He's not real.
No, can't
I gotta
be real.
tell him that he's not real because he's too
It's
nice.
not your ID.
Oi, oi, oi.
I'm just saying, man. Like, you ever watch Peaky Blinders? That can't be based in reality.
Peaky fucking blinders. I mean, Robert Oppenheimer was it, so it didn't really make any sense.
That's true. Yeah, I thought that was an odd addition, but you know.
I just realized why you said that. It took me way too long to get.
Good old Bomby Oppenheimer.
Boppy Oppy.
CK
I was trying to say
made you
Bobby,
cry,
I ended up
Snow,
saying
that's
Bomby,
rude.
and
Let's make like an
I
Adam
said
and split.
almost.
Do you say let's make like a banana and split?
No, make like an Adam and split, Johnny.
Oh, an atom and split. What about a banana?
Let's head on down to the old malt shop, Johnny. Pick ourselves up an house milkshake.
Do you think
Then
that
Soviets are at it again.
do you think that, like, you know, Oppenheimer was at all, like, influenced by a banana split?
Probably not, but you know, we're talking about the
Why are
lore
we
of a
splitting
fictional
Adam?
movie, so.
None of that
In
was
which
real.
way are we
Or the
splitting?
real life person that existed.
No, it's not real, sorry.
Real life? No, that was just a really interesting fictional tale, Colin. That's
Who's
what we talked
Adam and why
Well,
did he
I
split?
don't know how
Yeah,
to
I
tell you this,
wonder.
Henry, but Robert Oppenheimer was a real man.
about.
Next thing-
Oppenheimer.
Robert
Next
Oppenheimer.
thing you're
Alright,
gonna
so
tell
it's
me.
one of those where they just base it on a true story. You're telling me that they figured out how to split it out in the 40s?
So you're
Tell me
telling
next, there's undersea cables?
these undersea water cables, you
Okay,
say?
Henry.
No computers? They just started
Hen-
wiring
Henry,
up
Henry.
shit and blasting
Hold on, hold on,
uranium?
hold on. I put up with a lot of crap, but I'm not gonna take this. If there aren't undersea cables, then what the hell were the sharks attacking down there? All right, I'm not gonna stand for that. Stand for this slander.
Alright,
Why is
so
he
there's
Two-Face?
undersea
That's
cables, but
true.
they're not for internet.
What are they for then?
Telegram.
They're just for Telegram.
Yeah, you know the app on your phone? They needed cables back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
You're
It
telling
is
me
Telegram.
in the early 1800s, they had a cable across the Atlantic?
Was it the early? I feel like
Better
early
than what they-
Absolute
1800s.
lies and slander. Just so you can see a little thing on the other end go beep 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 beep. Nonsense.
I don't know. It sounds pretty credible.
Non-credible.
Incredible.
Incredibly non-credible.
The first
actually.
submarine communications cables laid beginning in the 1850s carried telegraph
Holy
traffic.
shit, that's
Establishing the first
way
instant
earlier than I thought it would
telecommunication
be.
links between continents,
How
such
can
as the
they
first
fucking
transatlantic
write
telegraph cable, which
so
became
much
operational on
false information?
August 16th, 1858.
I don't understand.
1850 is kind of surprising. That's
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I used to tell
how
my
in
grandma
the
a lot of
world
things too. Yeah,
they
me
can
too.
write so much fake news in one article.
Yeah, that would have been just after.
Okay. Henry, I'm gonna send you a link to a little website called Breitbart.
World War II.
Ta.
You want to know how much bulk crap someone can cram into a paragraph?
I'm tired of them talking
boy.
about two separate world wars. Well,
We were talking about that earlier. I was telling everyone that if you time travel between the time of World War One and the beginning of World War Two, don't call them World War One.
I fucking love one of the
it's just the Great War.
One of the Doctor Who Christmas specials did this in a really good way. They have like two incarnations. They have like the first Doctor and then like the most recent one at the time talking to each other, and there's like a fucking World War One soldier in the background, and offhand he's like, "Eh, you look like World War One based on the uniform," and then he looks at him like, "What do you mean one?"
All right, to be fair, and I will die on this hill. There were no two world wars. It's just one world war that had an intermission. They fought for the same shit 2 times.
Here's the problem, though. There was
Twice.
there was, by our modern standards, there was too much peacetime between them.
I guess that's true. Having
Now,
never lived through peacetime,
I'm not talking like
I
the
don't
standards
know
of a
what that
rational human
means.
being.
What is this peacetime you're referring to?
There has been
What's
constant
peace?
war for actually the first 5 years of my life. There was not war, surprisingly, but then there was immediately war at 5 years later, and it
Well,
hasn't stopped since.
You know that stuff the hippies talk about when we hit them in the face with our billy clubs?
Yeah.
It has something to do with, as best we can tell.
Around those weird circles with the Y in the middle.
Oh, you're talking about the BMW fucking symbol.
It looks more like the Volkswagen, but yeah.
Volkswagen, yeah, whatever. Close enough.
Yeah, the BMW logo with the 4 quadrants of a circle and 2 of them are blue. It's supposed to symbolize the turning of a propeller because the BMW used to
Sounds
make plane
good,
engines.
Hmm.
What
wonder
plane
what's-
engines, you laugh?
I was about to
Well,
say.
might I introduce you to the Luftwaffe?
Tell Mooney I said hello.
I don't really want to say hello to the Luftwaffe. Can I just stay here and not say hello?
User disconnected
Well,
from
the
your
good news for
channel.
you is they come to you.
I don't think that's good news at all, Henry.
They have trumpets.
How did they get the trumpets?
They
Who gave
put them
them
on
the
planes.
trumpets? They have planes?
Yes.
They fly now?
Who gave
They
them
fly now.
planes?
Alright, can we talk about how canonically they've had jetpacks for thousands of years, and it took them then, 30 years after the Battle of Yavin, to say they fly now, with someone who used to be in the First Order military, who knew about the flying... Sorry.
Yep. Look, you want to hear something actually really funny, Henry?
Yes.
So you know how I play XCOM all the time, right?
Yes. Sorry to
So,
hear that.
my most I'm playing right now actually. My most recent playthrough.
Very sorry to hear that.
You get a bunch of rookies and shit. One of my starter ones that I immediately sent into death. Guess what they were called?
Benjamin
Button.
Smith. Damn it.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Really?
I swear to God, it spawned with the name Kathleen Kennedy.
That's kind of crazy. JFK's wife.
Not quite, but close enough. Yeah,
See.
they fucked that franchise up so much. I haven't bothered watching Ahsoka. Like,
Ahsoka's probably the best sequel-oriented thing they've made so far, to be honest.
I'm aware, but the problem is it doesn't erase the sequels, and therefore it is worthless to me.
Actually, it
You-
might.
Wait a minute. Did they bring back the World Between Worlds?
I can't spoil anything, but
Oh my God.
things happen.
I swear to God, if this is how they press the reset button, I'm
Alright,
going to laugh until I
I'm not
die.
going to spoil anything, but it's not so much. It has the potential to be a soft reset. Yes.
It's fucking. It's Superboy punching the walls of the universe. That statement probably needs some explanation.
So that smell thing was the question of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It took me like way too long to
Just
be
make
like,
sure.
oh, you're asking me a question. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man.
For the record, one time when DC didn't want to do a full-on universe reboot, but wanted to make major changes to like the entire history of everything, long story short, they had a Superboy from an alternate universe punch the walls of the universe hard enough that it rippled through time.
So I mean, I get why they do it for comics, but it's like just like kind of a cop out to be like, oh, another universe.
See, while it is a cop-out, I also think if it's been fucked to the sky, it is a valid thing to like. I don't know. In a universe with all this fucking bullshittery going on, I don't think it's too much of a stretch to write yourself a reason why a lot of bad plot points suddenly don't exist.
Oh my god, they've been
Understandable.
eaten. All the plot points. He just unhinged his jaw and ate them all.
Jeff Bordy's fresh canned plot points.
I'm just saying, like, it's not. If you are in like a regular fucking like a realistic story, no. But if you are in a comic story or a Star Wars universe with mystical bullshit and scientific bullshit and mumbo jumbo,
Mumbo jumbo.
Set the machine to Wumbo and fix the stupidity. That's all I'm saying.
Wumbology? Study of Wumbo.
The study of Wumbo, you say?
I wonder if a fall from this height would kill me.
Oh, come on, Henry. We both know Squidward's not that lucky.
Why must every 11 minutes of my life be filled with misery?
I do like how in the early seasons they had him break the fourth wall, like, a lot.
The first couple seasons, they didn't know how far they would get. They were just having fun. That's why it was great.
Speaking of great, I am getting a little bit eepy.
EP.
Eepy.
But that's not great.
It means there's a ghost nearby.
So I'm going to wrap up the podcast, and Reese has put the Pickle Weasel and Wiggle Peasel in chat already. So thank you all for watching, and we will catch you next week.
Goodbye,
and,
gamers.
I love you all. Bye!
Goodbye. I'll remember you all in therapy.